Hello and welcome to my channel. This is your host and host Aamir, and I hope you guys are doing absolutely fine. Before we start with the recipe, I would want all of you to forget all the recipes of pizza base which you have known till now, because today I'll be sharing with you the most authentic way of making an airy and a crusty pizza base. If you're watching this video for the first time, then please do hit the subscribe button and check out other videos on my channel. We'll start preparing the pizza base, and for that we need some water in a large bowl. The water should be at room temperature, neither hot nor cold. And in this we'll add some flour, just enough to make it into a thin batter consistency. We will mix it with the help of our fingers and make it lump free. The batter should look somewhat like this. To this thin batter, I will add half teaspoon activated dry yeast. Once you put the yeast into the batter, it tends to mix quickly, so you do not need to work on that way too much. And as you can notice, it has already dissolved in the batter. I'll mix it well just to make sure that there are no lumps of dry yeast. In this I'm going to add little salt, and I'll mix it well. Once the salt has dissolved completely, I'll add half of the remaining flour, mix it well and form a soft dough. I'll form a dough only with the help of my fingers. Once I form a soft dough, I'll add the rest of the flour and knead it well in the bowl. I'll knead the dough and gather all the flour present in the bowl. Rub your fingers and remove the flour lumps stuck to your fingers. Once you form a dough, it's time for us to do the most important thing, and that is to stretch the dough. I'll take the dough on my working table and knead it more. Add the leftover flour from the bowl and knead that as well. This is one of the easiest way of kneading the dough, requires less efforts and gives you the same result. By stretching the dough, what we actually do is that we activate the gluten present in the flour, which gives our pizza base a lovely texture. Once you feel the dough is ready, do the finger test, where you need to slightly press the dough with your finger and wait for it to retain the round shape of the dough. Place the pizza dough back in the bowl, cover it with a damp cloth and let it rest. I'll let the dough rest for at least 2 hours before I portion them into equal parts. And after 2 hours, the dough should look somewhat like this. As you can see, it has risen in size and looks beautiful. I will dust some refined flour on the table and place the dough over it. And with the help of a knife, I'll cut the dough into 2 equal parts. I will tuck the rough edges inside and make it into a smooth dough. I'll place the dough balls separately. I will be taking a plate and I'll dust it with generous amount of refined flour and place the dough. We will cover the dough with a damp cloth and let it brew for at least 6 to 8 hours in a refrigerator. The next step is to prepare the sauce. The sauce which I'll be making is going to be a little different. I'll add some olive oil in a pan and warm it up a little bit. Add some sliced garlic and mix it well. Do not brown the garlic, we just have to slightly saute them and make it soft. And to this I'm going to add some cut cherry tomatoes. Toss it well and let it ooze out all its flavor. Sizzle the tomatoes in the pan and then season it with some salt and pepper. To flavor it, I'll tear some basil leaves and toss it well. I'll slightly smash the cherry tomatoes and mix it well. This will help us to make it little saucy. In this I'm going to add 2 to 3 tablespoons of water and a tablespoon of ketchup to give it a nice tangy taste. You can substitute the tomato ketchup with some tomato puree or tomato paste, but don't forget to add little bit of sugar to balance the flavor. Lastly, we'll add a knob of butter, switch off the heat and mix it well. As you can see, our chunky cherry tomato sauce is ready. As you can see, our dough is ready. It has nicely risen and has got a beautiful texture. I'm going to quickly dust some flour onto the table and place the dough over it. I'll pat the dough in the flour and press it in the middle. Flatten the dough from the middle with the help of your fingers. If required, dust some more flour over the dough. Keep flattening it until you get a desired size. You just have to spread it with your fingers and expand the dough. I'll place the flattened dough on the baking tray. And once that is done, apply the cherry tomato sauce all over the pizza and sprinkle some cheese on top of it. Doesn't it look beautiful? I will be adding some grated mozzarella cheese. Preheat the oven at 220 degrees Celsius for at least 7 minutes. Place the pizza in the oven and let it cook for at least 10 to 15 minutes at 250 degrees Celsius. When the base is cooked and the cheese has melted, remove it from the oven and garnish it with some fresh basil leaves. I hope you liked this recipe. If you did, then please do hit the like button and subscribe to my channel. Also, if you're watching this video for the first time, then please do hit the subscribe button and check out other videos on my channel. Also, you can follow me on Instagram for latest updates. The link will be in the description box. Until then, adios amigos, take care.